Welcome in, IllinoisPrep.com. More conference previews with North Suburban, Lake Forest, Stevenson and company. To me, the biggest thing you're going to see here is that Lake Forest is going to win this meet. I want to see where all these teams are in terms of making a run at some relays at state. Stevenson's got some talent, especially with blades. Should score individually. They got Waller. They've got some talent there. They need to try and make a run at Lake Forest, in especially those free relays, to see if, are they battle tested? Are they ready to go and make a run at scoring in the bottom six at the state meet? Same thing with Mundelein. What are your relays going to look like? Because it's championship season. A week from this conference meet is sectionals. That to me is sort of the disadvantage of having a conference meet this week, is that you have 3 straight weeks of your biggest meets of the season. Everyone who had conference this past weekend, you get a weekend off, regroup, gather your thoughts, and then you have sectional week followed by state. So again, you got to get those sectional lineups figured out, and part of it is who's delivering at conference, who are you shaving for conference, and which relays are you going to go for, which relays can you decide we don't have a chance to qualify or we don't have a chance to score in that one, so we need to load up these other two. Rachel Starr, we know what she's going to do. Lavin, to me, is the biggest question mark for Lake Forest. If you look at her time from last year, I think we know she's going to swim the IM. She scored in that last year, but she's been swimming a lot of 100 fly. She went 51.6 in the 100 free at sectionals last year. To me, unless you think she's completely lost confidence in her 100 free, that's the event she should be swimming. 51.6, not that many people can go that flat out, especially if she's improved a little bit. Maybe she's down around that 51 flat range. That should make it into the top 6. The fly, to me, is way more loaded than the 100 free. When you talk about Sue, Heidkamp, Sims probably moving over. Del Sandro is swimming the fly this year. There's Jen Law returning top 6. In my opinion, so much more talent in the fly than in the 100 free. And so if it's 50-50, I'd swim Mika Lavin in the 100 free. And so I think that's what I'm looking for from Lake Forest. I think we know that they're going for the free relays with Meeks, Starr, Lavin. It's what are they going to do with Lavin individually, because she is the other big horse that they have outside of Rachel Starr to go out and get individual points and make sure Lake Forest makes it into the top 10. So that's whatever her second event is at this meet, I think will give you a pretty good look as to what her second event's going to be at the sectional and state meet. Otherwise, again, Stevenson, free relays. Go out, compete with Lake Forest, figure out what you have, and going forward, what is Blades going to swim? I think we know she's going to swim the 200 free. I guess she's probably going to swim the 500. I really haven't seen an unbelievable time on her in the 500 this year. I think the 200's really been her bread and butter all year. I don't think she'd make the switch to the 100 free, although especially with Julia Waller running around on her own team. Although if they're saying maybe they don't think that she can score in the 500, switch to the 100 free just to say give her a little extra rest. Without that, and that's one of these things with the break switching. Big advantage to the backstrokers, big disadvantage to your distance swimmers trying to come out and swim that 200 free relay out of the 500. So you better hope you have an early heat of the 500 and a late heat of the 200 free relay if you got one of your top swimmers trying to pull that double. And then, Mundelein has been putting up pretty impressive relay times. What do they have? I think that they also, like Stevenson and Lake Forest, probably are going after free relays. And it's 3 teams here that are all going to be looking to score free relays. And so it really should be a good litmus test for what you have going forward to the state meet. And to me, the biggest thing for your Stevensons and your Mundelein, again, it's pretty clear that Lake Forest is the best team here. Don't psych yourself up too much and empty the tank trying to give Lake Forest a go at the conference meet. A lot of that has to do with coaching. It's conference. It's a big meet. Let the girls psych themselves up. Don't make any special attempt to, do the rah-rah thing and have them psych up too early. Sectionals and state are the two biggest meets, and there's no substitute for getting the opportunity to compete, to be on the block on Saturday. So I think there's a lot of talent in this conference that could do that, but if they go after it too hard this week, it's hard to recover in 1 week, unlike the teams that have the week off this week. So Lake Forest should win. If they don't, then there will have been some unbelievable performances out of your Stevenson, Mundelein type teams. And then sectionals right around the corner. Look, what everyone swims this weekend is really going to tell you what they're going to swim the next 2 weekends. I think you're not going to see someone swimming an off event to try and win the meet because it shouldn't be that hotly contested. So when you're there, as a swim fan, you should be able to say, there's Slavin in the fly. She's probably going the fly this year. There's Slavin in the 100 free. She's probably swimming the 100 free this year. Same thing with a lot of your other people. And obviously, Rachel Starr, we know what she's going, 200, 500. Still my senior swimmer of the year pick. But enjoy the swimming. We have one more preview to do, the Central Suburban League with New Trier, Glenbrook South. And next time, that's what we'll be looking at here at IllinoisPrep.com. And enjoy the swimming.